Hi, it's Andrea from WellAndrea, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of examining who influences you when it comes to movement and exercise and living well in general. I thought about this for a while, and then this morning as I was on Instagram, I think I saw 4 reels that pointed out AI accounts that made very exaggerated claims as to the programs that they were very clearly selling. And there were AI people before and afters and things like that, and it was pretty easy to spot if you're looking for it. But these reels, these AI accounts had millions of followers, hundreds of thousands of shares and likes and things like that. So it's actually pretty scary. But one of the things I was thinking about is that yes, AI is definitely an issue and people are misled by it. But I also wanted to point out that there are many people online that definitely don't share the whole picture of something that they're doing, right? And this is just people who are sharing things in the space, and it's not always malicious, but I mean, obviously we are only sharing a part of our life, and if you are selling something, you're going to make that product look as good as possible, right? It's sort of the natural thing. So I have been in the health and wellness space for quite a long time now. I started my first blog in 2009, so over 17 years ago, and it was a healthy living blog with a lot of exercise and lifestyle content. I then worked also as a writer for a number of websites and wrote a lot of health and wellness content, interviewed a lot of people, did a lot of things that way. And there are people that I have followed from the very beginning. They're not many, but there are other people that I followed over the years, and so there's quite a few people I've been following for many years. A lot that I followed more than 5 years, let's say. And one of the things that just stands out is that usually people will advocate for something, or many times people will advocate for something well beyond the time or the point that they actually think it actually works the way they think. And sometimes they reveal this at a later point, usually at a point when they find the next great product. And it is interesting to see how firmly and determined and they sell a product to you, or they just share how something works so well. So for example, I followed this one person for maybe 6 years, and she's a little bit younger than me, but she has a program that she was selling, and she was always saying that she had no problems going through perimenopause and then transition into menopause. And the reason she gave was her program. Okay. And at the time I was having issues myself, and I thought, well, that's amazing. You can really see how people, have different experiences. And in terms of, nutrition and exercise and movement and the importance of sleep and stress management and all the things I was doing, I'm pretty sure pretty similar things to her, and my experience was not smooth at all. And so, I just thought, okay, well, this shows you they're different people. Well, the interesting thing was, once she was in menopause, she actually revealed that she had a really difficult time, which she had not talked about. In fact, she had said many times, interviews and other podcasts on her own page, in her reels, in her stories, that she was doing great. Now, once she revealed that she did have a hard time, that post actually somebody commented on it. She deleted comments, she deleted old posts. I mean, it was sort of interesting to see that, and it was really sad because I actually had been impressed by her work. I think she did good work, and I think she would have earned the trust of more people if she had been truthful. Now, I think the reason she didn't divulge it was because at the time when she was going through a difficult time, she didn't know if she could come out the other end and do well. And she did in the end. It was just the transition period was difficult for her. So, but it really makes me doubt everything else she says at this point, right? Another example that I just came across not too long ago was a couple of people. They are in their late 50s, and they talk all about longevity and healthy aging and looking young and being physically fit and everything. And they also made it sound like we're stronger than ever, we're feeling better than ever, this is the best time of your life. And again, I was thinking, well, I definitely agree that there are a lot of great things, and there are many physical things that I can do. I can lift a lot of weight, I can hike well, I can do a lot of things. But there are also, I thought for myself, there are I need to rest, for example, a lot more, and things they didn't mention at all. And they just shared that they both had very, very serious injuries and physical ailments that really for more than a year impacted how they could move. And to the point where they would be in a beautiful hiking place and they really represented like they were hiking there. And now they revealed that when they went there, they could go for no more than 5-minute walks to a trail and back. And it was really also, again, disappointing because, again, what I am worried about is all the people that are misled by that. Right? I think it is so important that we listen to our bodies, that we trust ourselves. We are all different, but more importantly, what is presented online is most of the time not the truth, right? We have AI now, we have influencers who are selling something, who are just not sure how to present their own limitations, and they exaggerate one thing or another. So listen to yourself. You can get inspiration, of course, online from other people, but you are your own best judge. You know what is right for you. So have a good day. Keep moving and keep listening to your own body. Bye now.